On Saturday afternoon, a crowd of people led by church leaders gathered in Caye Caulker village to march against the legalization of marijuana on the island. On Wednesday, registered voters on the island will cast their ballots in a referendum to determine the fate of cannabis legalization in the community. Saturday's march was spearheaded by the Hope Not Dope campaign leader, Selena Jimenez.
The message is that we say no to marijuana. That's the message we're trying to bring out, and we are also encouraging everybody that is a voter on this area to go out and vote on the 8th of October and vote no.
Jimenez says she is concerned that the legalization of marijuana will negatively affect the thriving tourism industry on the island.
If this comes into effect, the mission groups have wrote to the churches that they will no longer come because they won't feel safe. So that will hurt our pockets, our economy, our immediate or direct income that comes from these people that are the hotels, restaurants, the tour operators, the tour guides, you name it, even businesses and those small crafted items that the people sell, that they have their small businesses, they depend on these tourists that come here.
Participants marched and drove throughout the village with their messages printed out on banners and written on placards. The resounding theme was for registered voters to mark an X beside no on October 8th. We spoke with several islanders during the rally about their concerns over the potential legalization of marijuana in Caye Caulker.
First, I am a pastor of the Assembly of God Church here in Caye, and I have many things why I say no. First, I am the one who want to take care of the people, spiritual and moral for these people of Caye. Second is because of my future generation. That is what is my big concern.
I mainly think about the kids. I'm a parent, but I'm also a teacher. So I'm thinking of what the future will hold if this comes to play for my little island.
I'm a parent from this island. This is my home. I grew up here. And I have a son that was introduced to this, and there's the problem with the mental issue. I have a battle I've been fighting over 15 years with my son concerning this. So I'm living it.
You're living it.
I don't want to see it for anyone else. Yeah. So, no marijuana legalization on my island.
The perspectives varied from concerns about the future of the island's youth population to questions surrounding the mental health effects of marijuana. Some participants believe that legalization will increase crime on the island and that it will affect the village's student population's ability to learn. But there are critics who say that the church should be less focused on marijuana and give more attention to the increasing criminal activities across the country, including shootings and murders. Church Senator Louis Wade had this to say in response.
So anytime the church talk, they say, why you don't this and why you don't that. I have been in the public domain personally for over 13 years. Before me, there were others. After me, there will be others. You have the Council of Churches Evangelical Association. They speak on every issue. They sit on the couches that everybody else sit. Churches are more active in this country than most NGOs, and NGOs are far better funded than the churches. So we have a dilemma here. We have, whenever the church speaks on an issue, they say, shut up, this is politics, stay out of it. And then when we are silent on a particular issue, then they say the church is silent. I want to declare that the church is at work every single day.
But was Saturday's turnout convincing enough to sway island voters towards a no vote on Wednesday? That is left to be seen. What is certain is that those of legal voting age who participated on Saturday are committed to having their votes count towards the no option.
I have kids, I have daughters, and I believe in that it's going to cause a lot of nuisance to the community. Yeah. Imagine, because when people are smoking, unlike they say, like with alcohol, I'm not in favor of alcohol either. But when someone is smoking, even if it's cigarettes, there's a the secondary smoking it affects them as well. Then so
On October 8th, will you vote on October 8th?
Of course, no. Yep. Yeah, I'm a legal voter here in Caye Caulker.
And you will vote no?
No, yep.
The march ended with a rally on the island where participants sung, danced, and prayed against what they refer to as an evil agenda being thrusted on residents of the island. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.